to get people to see the humanity in people who may not be like them, who come from other cultures, who may move differently, who function in this world differently, because I fully believe that if you can see the humanity in someone else, then you have the ability to change the world, because when you see the humanity in someone else, you see yourself. And I think that's kind of what Martin Luther King was moving towards, or trying to get people to move towards, was we are like you. You know, if you see me, you see you. And that's what I try to do in all of the work that I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for that. Thank you for the introduction as well. Peace, love, and respect, y'all. My name is Johnny Castro, and the hip hop that was created in the late 60s, early 70s was the dance part was a direct reflection or a direct callback to the call of action from funk music, which quickly came in after the civil rights era, quote unquote. So the work was never done, the work is not done. There's tons of crossover between Dr. King's now legacy, but his work and hip hop as a whole. And I take that on because I'm a person of faith, I'm a man of faith. However, hip hop remains an all-inclusive format. You could believe in rocks and energy, Allah, or whatever might have you, and we're gonna treat you the same because we're all about the same thing within the culture and the cultural aspect. So there's many, many points of crossover between my practice and Dr. King's now legacy. And I look forward to getting into a little bit, expanding on that a little bit throughout the time that I talk here today.
Thank you. I'm going to build on what my colleagues have said, but before I do that, I just want to give a big shout out to Cam for preparing the questions and for moderating everything. So let's give it up for him too. In terms of Dr. King's legacy and my own work, it is expansive and it's hard to kind of put it into one specific answer. But if I had to, I would say building community. Building community was a big part about what made my time at Morehouse College so special, being welcomed into that community as an equal, as even a leader in that position, despite not being Black myself, but having a contribution to make to the culture, to the movement, to the cause. And I really try to carry that forward in my classes. I don't know if anybody's here enrolled in my class currently, but I teach a large class, hip hop cinema in person and online. And one of the big things that we do, particularly at the beginning, is building community, getting to know one another, greeting one another, exchanging names, so that we feel comfortable, we feel that we're all on the same page, and willing and able to share and build and grow together. So that's a big part of my teaching. I follow the school of Bell Hooks and Paulo Freire in the engaged pedagogy, critical pedagogy, where we view the classroom as a space of democratization. I might be the instructor of record, but one of the things that keeps me going in this field is that every single time I come on campus, every single class that I teach, I am constantly learning from smart, engaged, talented, diverse folks like the people that are in this room who have different perspectives, different experiences than I do, and have an incredible amount of things to contribute to our growth as a community, to our growth as scholars, to our growth as artists. In my own creative practice in fashion and jewelry design, building community is another big part of that. And we're going to do that a little bit if y'all attend the workshop over at Catalyst Studios that I'm going to lead and facilitate after this session.
I kind of want to sit with that for a little bit because you, like you said, you taught at Morehouse College, Dr. King's alma mater, and described that year as very transformative for you. What did being in that space teach you about MLK, not just as history, but as a living philosophy?
Wow. Again, I think the building community is a big part of it, but also that regardless of what we look like, where we come from, we all have a part to play, we all have a role to play in fighting and striving for equality for everyone as part of our community.